My wonderful, beautiful, amazing Libras. I'm Gabriella from Gabriella's Vampire Tarot. For today, I'm going to be doing a general love reading of 5 card spread. But before I do that, I want to offer these 12 red roses as a token of my love and appreciation for your love and devotion towards my channel and myself. I love you guys incredibly, and I want to thank you so very much for joining me today. So this 5 card love reading includes where the first card represents you, the second the other person, the third the relationship, the fourth the past, the fifth the future. Then I'm going to draw a Vampire Oracle for you, and then a Favoli and one from the French Tech of Le Tarot Interdit Vampiria. But anyway, let's get started with card number 1, which is you. 7 of Wands. Okay. I mean, you could have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius placements. Maybe you are currently with a fire sign. But either way, what I see here, it's especially the ones who are in a relationship, but I feel like that this also applies for the single ones in this relationship, is you are incredibly loyal. You have this kind of, this fight within you, because, either, you're incredibly loyal to your current spouse, husband, wife, companion, whoever you're currently with, and you're willing to do anything it takes just to keep this relationship going because you see so much potential and value in this relationship and connection. Could also be, during any kind of court phase for that moment as well. But it could also be, if you're in a single position, that you're also defending and protecting your cause of single, kind of thinking, I've been through enough negative experiences. I don't feel like I have the need to want to get out into this world. I mean, or literally, out into the dating field for that matter. So you pretty much just think, I would rather just focus on, getting out into this world and focusing on my own goals, endeavors, my own ambitions and stuff like that. So this is where you pretty much also are, defending yourself regarding any kind of consuming a family or pressure of peers or whatever it may be. See who the other person is or could be. Ooh, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, I get it. Yes. The thing is, you pretty much left this 5 of Pentacles person. It could have also been a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or somebody who has Earth placement somewhere in their star charts. I mean, sorry about that, because I should probably be feeding soon. But the thing is, what I see here is, there's a bit of I think rejection and refusal, but it could have also been that this person was a real toxic individual, that you are just so happy that you're leaving this person because this person has been nothing but, causing nothing but problems between you and the other person. So I want to wish you all the best on any kind of self-care, self-healing, and some real, positive future taking place in your life, of course. But it could also be that, maybe you've been rejected and refused by this person because this person was just too one-sided and only wanted to have one aspect, and maybe you didn't fit that criteria and you were just not good enough, so then you just probably thought, well, you know what? No, yeah, I'm just going to leave you behind. Now, the antidote I always want to provide to all humans out in this world that I've experienced on countless occasions throughout my entire vampiric is, should you have been rejected or refused based off of any kind of reason, you're not successful, you're not rich, you're not just, you don't fit their beauty standards, you're just really not anything that they, blah, 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 for any basic reasons that I just think is just so, hey, we're wrong on so many levels. Because the thing is, it's like there's a lot of these power couples, as I've seen, that more or less find each other and they grow into this wonderful, beautiful, powerful self. They, they support each other, they work out together, they adapt to healthy habits, they, they earn, a beautiful income together, stuff like that. So that's kind of like building a nest together. Now, hypothetically, if this person rejected or refused you based off of just basic reasons, take good care of yourself. Reach for the stars, and do a lot of self-development and build yourself up to this really big, shiny beacon, and make sure that you have all eyes focused on you. Now, hypothetically, if the other person were to come back to you and to say, oh, Libra, I underestimated you. I didn't realize that you were actually doing this and that and that. I would love to come back and maybe, we can just try to sort things out again. Ignore them. Forget about them. Because the thing is, it's like if that person didn't want to spend time wanting to grow and develop with you, and now you're just a successful individual, rich, abundant, beautiful, handsome, whoever you currently are, or you have so many beautiful skills, you're a good artist, you're, good at whatever, you are, justice and stuff like that, so maybe you're a really good judge or lawyer or whoever you are and stuff like that. Maybe, you're just, in that category. forget about those types and just say, you had your chance. We could have actually built this beautiful foundation together, but I decided to just, create it on my own, and look how beautiful it is, and you're just not going to be part of it. But of course, to each their own. If you want to give people second, third, 5, 10 chances, that's 100% your prerogative on anyway, but that would just be my suggestion to you. Relationship. 3 of Grails. Okay, so this could also be you doing a lot of self-healing, self-care, self-nurturing. Maybe you're getting a lot of support from your friends and family after you broke free from, the 5 of Pentacles, of whatever it may be. But this could also be, more or less, taking good and excellent care of yourself as well. Maybe you're, doing a lot of self-development, self-healing, and that's what's giving you this beautiful celebratory occasion on so many levels. But either way, hopefully this is a long-lasting committed relationship, and maybe you are currently with an earth sign of Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, and maybe you guys are having a wonderful, beautiful relationship, marriage, happy home, happy hearth, happy family. But that's kind of what I see from this card. Wow. The past. 7 of Grails. Okay. Well, you probably have many options and opportunities. Maybe you still have options and opportunities after you've done a lot of self-development, self-care, or, maybe you had a bit of a rebirthing moment. Maybe you actually did a lot of rejuvenating. You just, had a beautiful makeover. Maybe you are back to, going to school or finding a good job or whatever, any kind of voyage, quest, or endeavor you're heading towards and stuff like that. And you have so many eyes focused on you, even in current times for that matter as well. Wonderful. I'm just so happy to actually give you a really good positive aspect from this reading and stuff like that, because the 5 of Pentacles is like being left out in the cold. But this could also be you doing a lot of self-development, self-healing, self-care, self-nurturing as well. So, in the future, you get the sun. So the sun will definitely be shining for my beautiful, amazing Libras in this reading. Now, technically, we are still in springtime season where the sun is out, but we could also be, or, this could also be taking place during summer season, between Cancer and Leo season for that matter. But either way, you could also end up with a Leo. You could end up, or maybe you do have Leo placements. But either way, I just see the sun is definitely going to be shining for you all. Wow. Because Oracle wants to add free will, sovereignty, independence, and free spirit. Everybody should always realize that you have free will. Now, if you're glad that you finally left this person out of free will, congratulations. If you enjoy and value your independence, congratulations. If you want to have sovereignty, stuff like that, it's always good to just start working on that and taking excellent good care of yourself, and then focusing on your dreams, goals, and ambitions and stuff like that in the days, weeks, and especially years to come. But either way, I'm just so happy to draw this card for you. Because Favole wants to add. Ooh, death. Like I said, rebirthing. That's the most important thing, because the thing is death is technically one of the cards I pulled for the vampire, but it's also a form of rebirthing. So I see this rejuvenation taking place in your future, and you're going to actually be the shiny beacon. You're definitely going to be maybe in the spotlights, in the sun rays, whatever it may be. But I see you actually just creating and developing this new aspect where you're just going to have so many options and opportunities, and having eyes focused on you. You could be a really great motivational speaker. Maybe you're going to be a mentor. Again, it is a general reading, so just take it how it resonates. But this is what's taking place in your future, this new beginning. Wonderful. I love that. Because the French Tarot deck wants to finish off with the Hierophant. Le Grand Arcateur. So what I see here is you are incredibly committed. You pretty much, you're committed. Either, you could be in a very long-lasting committed relationship. So I want to wish you all the best on many, memories, reminiscing moments, stuff like that. But this is also about being incredibly committed to your own wishes, dreams, desires, and goals. Because if you want to outshine, other people, go for it. If you want to be the shiny beacon, go for it. If you want to be the sun, go for it. Anything, in my book, the world is everybody's oyster. As long as they put, time and effort and energy into their goals, dreams, and endeavors, then, you might find something that you want, or you might find something of equal or greater value. And that's kind of what I see here. But I love how you are incredibly committed to yourself. Wonderful. Okay. Sad but true, I'm going to have to leave it at this for now. But if this reading resonated for my beautiful, amazing Libras, I want to wish you all the best. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. Please feel free to join and subscribe for more vampire knowledge in the future. In a few days, I'm going back to general readings. So for now, I'm just doing love in general. But I'm also open for personal readings. All you have to do is subscribe to this channel, post in the little discussion box that you want a reading from me, and I'll respond to you with my email. But otherwise, well, thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys incredibly.